So, fellas. No, it's okay. It was a little, maybe loud. I don't know. It's okay.
Necesito hacer el televisor.
Okay.
La música.
No, it's okay. All right, guys. Tell me your problems. What are your problems? Baby, look at your butt.
Hmm?
Look at how your butt like sticks out. All right, guys. So, some questions because I'd love to like answer your questions. I'm gonna stream for like 45 minutes here with my girl, and yeah, then we're gonna go celebrate. Do you want some water, baby? Are you sure? Yo también. Cool. Let's go look over at John's Social Blade real quick. So I want you guys to understand, like, this channel is by no means like meant to attack any individual or like do any damages to business or any of that for like John Anthony lifestyle or any of that. That's not the purpose. I'm just going to be showing my story, and it doesn't start there. It starts in 2015, but there's some urgency in getting that information out for you guys, and then we'll eventually like double back and talk about who the fuck am I, where have I been before, because before John, like, I'd already been working with a bunch of guys, and yeah, I'll probably like come out of the woodwork with them eventually, because a lot of these guys are still doing their thing coaching. So I'm pretty OG in that regard. Ask some questions, guys. Let me know as you come in if you guys have any questions, and that'll really jog us, get us going. But let's go check really quick. I'm just going to share the screen. Let's go check the Social Blade real quick, because I've been like talking about this a lot. But like John's Social Blade, right? It's still the same, and we're gonna check in just briefly on this at the start of every single stream. We're gonna check his Social Blade. Oh, look at it. Look at that. Look at that, motherfuckers. I said it. I said it was gonna happen. No way. No fucking way, guys. He just bought 1,000 subscribers like while we were streaming. No way. Dude, someone was like, dude, you have to do that. You have to catch it. At 4:24, John bought 1,000 subscribers, and I was here watching it. That's fucking hilarious. What an idiot. What an idiot. Look, I just opened this page. He's probably going to buy another 1,000. Oh, God, what a moron. So somebody was like, asking me, like, does this upload in batches or just upload as one? And yeah, I mean, it uploads in batches. So watch, I bet he bought two. So he buys them by the 2,000. So we'll see. John, you moron. Wow. What an idiot. I knew I'd catch him. Like, this is why I'm checking in here. Cause like we've been watching it go up 2K on a schedule. You know what I mean? So not surprised. And my buddy, he was like, dude, you got to like actually be streaming when he buys them. And I was like, how the fuck am I going to do that? He's like, just screen record it and then share it. It's like, dude, that's a long ass screen record. Like, let's see. Yep. See, like, you bought 2K then. And I mean, what else can I do to show you guys? Like, fuck, that's insane. That's insane. I guess I can show you like mine, right? Yeah, let's look at other people's. If you go to mine, you'll see my subscriber count goes up live. We showed that last time. This will go up live. If anyone like unsubscribes or subscribes, it'll change just by one. And then let's actually like look at look at that. Thank you guys. That's fucking cool. It went up by 3. Now, is that a coincidence? How many people are in my room right now? 2. I'm going to get to your questions in a second, but this is just an interesting thing because I don't know about this shit. So, like, wouldn't this be going up, like, all the time? Like, who would we want to look at? Like, Mr. Beast? Because his count would be going up all the time? Or does it go up in, like, batches? Because I thought people, like, stood here and just, like, watched it. You know what I mean? So let's come back to all that and see. Cool. We'll come back to that and we'll check it out because we don't know really what the fuck's going on. I don't know shit about Social Blade. I've just been trying to monitor it because it's like obvious that it's fake to me and I think to a lot of people. So yeah, let's go back. Let's just look. Like mine is going up like by the number, by 1. Dude, insane. Maybe it's because mine's so low. Whatever. So that is what it is. Let's go over some questions here because I only want to do like 35 minutes because I got my girl here. I'm actually at her place. Rotation is not for me. Any tips? Yeah, dude, fuck rotation. Rotation isn't the way, brother. The way is definitely long view, seeking connections, making a girlfriend. And then like, yo, if you have a girlfriend and like you find that, you know, you still have the inkling to like spark up a conversation with somebody else and you're not like, you know, being unfaithful to her, right? Because typically like this is where you have to be careful is when you're creating the framework for the conversation for the relationship. If you create the framework for the relationship such that you're like, I love you, you're mine forever, let's get married. Well, then, yeah, dude, like if you're saying that out the gate, which a lot of guys make that mistake, then yeah, dude, she's going to expect that like you're not going to be talking to anyone else even. If you know for a fact rotation isn't for you, then dude, right on. Let's go find you a girlfriend. Like that's what this is all about. What's your morning process like? What is your self-talk like? Like, what are your skills? You know what I mean? I'm so distracted by this right now. Oh my God. We'll talk more about rotation, bro. Cause I've helped guys get it and we've had different methods, and I've always kind of had a rotation, but it's not like I'm out there like building rotation. I just like meet somebody, fall in love with them. And then it's like, you know, my natural, like essentially like conversations with other people become like, oh wait, I'm interested in getting to know this person a little bit better. Okay, what's this relationship that I'm in right now? Is it, you know, like explicitly monogamous? Well, then I need to like break up with this person, you know, or is it explicitly open? Well, then there's no holds bar. I don't like explicitly open. I keep my relationships closed. And then if something happens and something comes up and I meet somebody, then I sit down with the person. I say like, hey, it's time to split. But in certain instances where like I'm new to a city or new to a town or whatever, I'll meet somebody, kind of fall for them, and then we'll keep it like slow and steady at the first. Like when we first met, baby, come over here. When we first met, like she and I, like we didn't spend like every day together. Like we were spending like time apart, you know, like we just started dating. So then like when like finally we started to like spend more time together, like it just became like, okay, cool. Like we never had to talk about it. It was never a conversation between us. Now I read that as tits on retention. How would you feel about teaming up with KRW? You have great knowledge and skill, which he lacks, but he has solid following. Bro, that's brutal. Guys might be a great fit to work together. You know what? KRW, like, he's the fucking man because he's from very near to my hometown. And yes, the answer is yes. He reached out to me like a complete fucking boss, bro, because he reached out to me and he was like, dude, like, I don't have the skills that you have to transfer them to others. See, because he's got game. Like, don't knock him for whatever. I haven't actually seen any of his content, but I know him and he's got game. But transferring the skills, like they're soft skills. It's hard to transfer those skills to other people. So as like an accountability coach or something, as like a daily like, fitness or like go out and do this fucking shit kind of coach, like, yeah, I think he'd be great. And I think as like a dating coach, I think he's just maybe, a handful, maybe a dozen or so clients away from like really getting a better grip on that. And he's doing everything he can to help people create a service for this. So I could see him becoming a very, very valuable resource in this community. And dude, yeah, man, fuck yeah. I don't really give a shit about the followers. Fuck that. Like I'm happy that I'm getting clients out of 400 followers. Like to me, like that is, I'm perfectly fine with this. So let's not worry too much about that. But yeah, dude, it is pretty cool. The opportunity, not so much for I guess maybe not so much for followers. And it seems like maybe that's not what you're saying, but for just to speak to that many people and have them perhaps find some interest in what I'm doing. So, because I'm not doing it like these other fucking guys. Like, again, I don't know what like AG Aiden, I think it's Jay, I fucking really don't know. But Kevin was catching me up with him saying he's fucking cool. I got to know these people before I can vouch for them or not. So I don't really know about these guys. Austin Summers has been on my radar for a little bit, but I've never spoken with him. I don't know him. Can't comment on these guys. But again, like I would love to, speak to their following and see if we have anything in common. And if we don't, then I'm just going to fucking school the shit out of them because yeah, I mean, as you guys have seen, like most of these guys who don't know what they're talking about get broken down pretty quickly in like these debates with, like right-wing groups like the Crucible and things. And I shouldn't call them right-wing. I think that Andrew dude, because I was catching up on that little podcast there the other day, that dude Andrew and that Andrew guy and Zen Shapiro, dude, like these guys, I agree with pretty much everything they're saying. I think that and I love their philosophy. I think I don't land myself there because I don't believe I'm not religious, but I think that they're completely right about what our goals should be and what the best outcomes are. And you know what? Like having a dutiful life is exactly what I'm coaching. So I'd love for you guys to like open up your eyes to like that expose and see like, wow, like dude can't even say what like, a law of physics is. Like, dude, what? Like, so anyway, those guys on there like kind of like opened up that conversation. They did so also in this podcast I'm trying to catch up on with Austin and Alex. And I mean, they're making Alex look like a complete fool. So ultimately what I'm trying to say here is I'd love to get into conversations and I suppose debates will be inevitable, but I've said this before, my main goal for the next 4 weeks or so is to educate and not debate because I have a lot to teach you guys and it's better value of my time to just go ahead and teach you. So this is just a stream and in the next 2 weeks we're going to start to pivot from this John Anthony manosphere bullshit, which is just it'll all be out there, to now me discussing, well, okay, you have some tidbits, but like what do I actually want you to do? Like how do I coach you and what are my principles and whatnot? So yeah, let me double check back on this. He just went up by 1,000 exactly. Maybe it's batch, dude. Maybe mine are just going up by one at a time because I have like fucking 400 subscribers. So could be wrong about that. Maybe not. Jennifer Grace, what's up, girl? Right on, dude. Have we met before? Do I know you? I like your smile. Looking good. Don't mean to comment on how you look, but I appreciate anyone who puts their fucking photo in. I think there's so many weak motherfuckers out here who say shit like blah blah blah, like you're just like whatever, and it's like, dude, you're attacking me without a picture in your thing. So Doug Fist had some hilarious zingers, dude. Like since you've been like on my channel like ripping shit, I've noticed like you have like some insane lines on these podcasts. Like between you and there's a couple other guys like Cougs Johnson, dude. You two guys are just fucking hilarious. Like, thank you guys for what you're doing in the fucking chat because it's really funny. I guess eventually my chat might divulge or devolve into something like this, but hopefully with the right guests. You're bored. Go. You can go cook. You don't want to? Okay.
Está bien.
We're celebrating today. And I know this is boring for her, but I'm a dating coach. So it helps to like chill out together and shit. Show you guys some like, just how we are. We're fighting right now. Would you lie about your lay count? Should you lie about your lay count? And then he says, mention it while at the same time, a fictitious count of 15. Yeah, dude is a complete bozo. Yo, amor. Let me show you this. So I'm going to show her his page really quick. Let me show you this guy. Él es un loco hombre. Él es, he's fucking crazy. Look at this guy.
Tease a girl, but do not offend her. How?
So if you want to tease a girl without offending her, you just have to be cognizant not to cross any lines. If you're making a joke or making some kind of playful joke, make sure it's not way over the top. It's something that's going to be potentially offensive. So an example of, if she said today was really hard, you could say, oh, do you like it when it's really hard? Wink face. And if she's like, hey, like, what was that about? You could put a little angel emoji and say, ah, just kidding. Or you could say,
entonces, ellos tienen un negocio muy similar con like de mí, pero es un, ¿cómo se dice? Scam. Es un like muy mal negocio, falso. Sí. Entonces, porque él tiene mucho dinero, y esto es la número de personas él tiene sexo con. Yeah. Y guess the number. How many? ¿Cuántos él tiene por sexo? ¿Cuántos? What do you think?
No sé.
Just guess.
No sé.
Yes.
Amor, no sé.
He says 1,500. 1,500 personas.
¿En serio?
That's what he says. Él habla pero no, that's fucking bullshit. All right, let's check this out. I like that. I'm not sure how you feel about Alex playing with fire. I know he is friends with John, but Kevin Ray Wilder speaks highly of Alex. Also, I do like Alex. Alex is happy to debate people. But what's that about? Alex, yeah, I mean, like listen, like I basically was given cherry-picked debates that make them look like idiots. So I'm giving Alex a ton of benefit of the doubt because, listen, I don't know Alex's material and I don't know what his mission truly is. But I can tell you this. If what he's doing is creating, a service or a class or a program to educate men in better ways, just like a friend would maybe say, hey, text this, not that, in terms of how to create text game, that's beautiful. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The text game thing. Now, if he's doing it to like get girls over the house as like his primary objective, then that's deeply problematic. Now, and of course I understand why that can be there's times when I like text her and I'm like, oh, like take a nap. I just text her on the way over here. I was like, take a nap and make a coffee because I'm coming the fuck over. Like, you're not going to be sleeping like last time after we like hook up or whatever. And, Alex though, see, I don't know. And so here's my question about Alex really. What is his, take on online dating really? Like, what is his, because I don't think he has any game. I mean, he has no game. Like, he's not doing game. That's not game. That's hookup culture. That's pickup culture. That's what and that's online dating. And online dating is like, there's less sex. The outcomes are all worse in every regard. It's bad for your brain. It's bad for everything. So yeah, I'm like very much opposed to that. I've been taking Alex to task for something like since 2015 or earlier. I don't know when he exactly started. But right around when I was starting, I was already in the comment sections with my alias, Ron, whom I was before, back when I like thought I needed an alias, fucking idiot. And I used to like get in his comment section saying like, yo, like, dude, like you're wrong. Social, like online dating is very bad. It's bad for men. It's bad for everybody. So, I mean, the science is out. Like, this shit is terrible. Like, why are you guys doing it? And so everyone's like, oh, it's another stream. Dude, fucking retards. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the science is out. It is bad for your mind. It is bad for your relationships. You're having less sex. Like this, like, yeah, I can kill it on online dating. Whoop-de fucking do. Like, it's a waste of fucking, and by kill it, I mean, like, I can get a girl to come to my house without having to do anything. So, I mean, that's not killing it, guys. Like, that's like killing yourself. Like, that's killing your sexual abilities. So I think Alex, though, you know, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's trying his best to help somebody. And maybe it seems like he's encountered these issues himself and he's sharing his own real story. So I can appreciate that a great deal. I really like that. And I'd love to talk to him about it. I need to meet this motherfucker and like ask him, like, dude, what the fuck? Now, his relation to John is even more so problematic because I think it's just, and also you mentioned he's happy to debate people. I don't think that's really in good faith, to be honest. I think that that's just a method for him to like gain more followers to purchase product. And you know what, there's nothing wrong with business, but when your business is, you know, having a porn star on, for instance, you know, that's, to me, that's just not what we do here. Like, in my world, we're about getting away from those things. Like, sure, like every now and then we jerk the fuck off, but like, what are you doing? Like, get away from this shit. So I don't know. I think Alex has some serious, and I mean, what is his philosophy? Watching him talk with these Crucible guys, he just was again and again like strewn out. And so I don't think he really knows what the fuck he's doing in his life. And I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly fine. It's not an attack on him at all. And I think he will only grow with having these guys like KRW and maybe myself around him. So, and I hope to grow with him too. So I'm sure, you know, he's had some crazy experiences in this also. Hell yeah. You have a strong frame. How should one go about developing it? Thank you, brother. Your morning process. Like, I was not like this always. Like, I became this way because I wake up, like, ¿cuánto tiempo, like, hoy día, like, what time do I wake up every day? Todos los días, like, what time do I wake up?
Tú o yo.
Yo, like, for example, like, when I sleep here, like, en la mañana, yo voy a la fuera por, like, 3 horas, y ella dormí. She's sleeping while I'm outside. Like, at 4 a.m, I wake up and go outside and, like, take her keys out of her fucking purse. And then at 9:30, I come back with breakfast. And, like, I don't have, my gym's not here. So I'm, like, I'm walking, like, fucking 5 miles. I'm crushing burpees or pull-ups in the park, both, like, dips if I can find a dip thing, because I'm not going to make it to the gym tomorrow, right? And that's just, and I, like, know this fucking area now. Like, it's fucking awesome. What the fuck are you guys doing? Like, why isn't everyone doing this? I don't really understand. Obviously, she thinks it's hot as fuck. And when I come home at 9 a.m, like, and she's sleeping, and I wake her up, I crawl back into bed just like I had never left. So how do I develop a strong frame? I self-inflicted adversity. The work instills the worth. It's truly the work and the sacrifice that you make every day. And guys, like, this is your day that you're supposed to make, right? So, like, I make the list of the things I'm going to do. And here's a trick. Don't give yourself too much. Like, I'll tell myself, like, I have these 3 things to do. That's it. And I'll do those 3 things for days and days and days in a row before I add anything to it. You shouldn't be, like, telling yourself, like, I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. I'm going to do this, that, this, that, this, that. Just wake the fuck up and go to the gym. There's those 2 things. Add meditation in. If you're already big and fucking strong, then add meditation in first. You're going to go to the gym, and in the beginning, you don't even need to have any inspiration. You're going to it's just all about the discipline and going. After a short while, you'll start to actually enjoy it. And then it's about the discipline in finding the inspiration to be there, right? And that happens before you go to the gym, or in moments at the gym when you're not visualizing or not present to that. So again, like, how else? Obviously through cold approach, obviously through having, like, good relationships. Baby, what's up? What was that? Obviously through having good relationships, you know, like the person that you become is truly who you're going to bring into your life. You know, I'm becoming a large chested individual, and sure enough, Dale, thanks for the question, dude. I appreciate your compliment. Also, a couple months back, Alex said that John has game. I have to say that despite the fact he is. Dude, no. Yeah, so I'm suspicious of that. Like, I have a feeling that, like, John paid, same as Spencer Cornelius said the same thing. I think that John actually, and again, this is in my opinion, of course, but I have a sneaking suspicion that John paid There's a truck going by. That John paid probably for an escort or seeking arrangement girl or setup, so that when he went out with Alex and when he went out with Spencer Cornelia on those two respective nights, different days or nights, that he was guaranteed to close a good-looking woman. Now, that's all hearsay. That's all. I mean, I've heard this from other people. It's who know these individuals, so it's not just coming from myself, but that was something I've been thinking about for a long time, and how will I ever know that? So let's just leave that for what it is. When the question comes up about like these guys backing him, that's what I have to say. And until I know more, you know, that's all I got to say. But I appreciate that you guys like actually care about that, whether or not he's got game, because that's what it all comes down to. Listen, guys, like if John has game, then I'll back off. That's the thing. And I said this on a phone call with another coach. I was like, dude, like a personal call. I was like, dude, like the thing is imagine if John just like worked at this for like imagine if John took my program for 5 weeks, what he would learn and how much better he'd be at this. And like his ability to coach would change dramatically. And like, if you watch the stream of me, the last one, when I'm like coaching over him, it's like the dude literally said, like, this made me change like all of my opinions on game. So it's like, dude, like imagine how good he could be if he just like went out, you know, but he won't. And the guy who I was talking to made a joke. He's like, dude, his neural pathways are so fucked up that it wouldn't change. And neuroplasticity, guys, like you're literally becoming like who you're listening to. Like, so be aware of that shit. Like stay away from bad motherfuckers. Yeah. I know all about Kevin. Kevin and I are buddies. I mean, we're not buddies, but I like that kid. I don't know the other guys yet, but I'm excited to meet them. Well, dude, okay, so I don't appreciate these comments. Like, Doug, bro, like, dude, I love you, dude. I think you're hilarious, but like, there's no reason to talk about the way somebody looks. Like, that is just, if anything, it's like helping the person's case. Like when people rip on me for not being attractive, it's like, bro, like, great. Like, then how do I pull hot girls? Like, what the fuck? So yeah, please, like, don't. And yeah, I mean, like, yo, like the 500 plus count, like, dude, like if you're just texting girls all day, running threesomes with your girlfriend, like open relationships, like come up to my apartment and fuck me type of deal, just like drinking and smoking kratom and fucking whatever, then like, yeah, dude, probably like you could, I mean, yes, 500 count is not absurd. So I don't know why you guys like ever even think that. I mean, like, guys, like these numbers, the 1,500 number for a 38-year-old is not crazy. What's crazy is John having 1,500. Just look at the motherfucker, not his looks, his game. Alex, I mean, come on, he could have, I mean, had 500 plus. I could see that, but yeah, let's not talk about his looks. No need for that. Just talk about my looks, how bad I look. What would you do if John decides to debunk your claims by telling everyone your Latina girlfriend is busted trash? Nothing. I would ignore it. Whatever, dude. I mean, that's what he does all the time, right? So I don't care. I think my girlfriend's beautiful, and all of my girlfriends have always been beautiful. So, and they get better as I get better at this. So if you look at like my life over, you know, in my early 20s, the girls I was dating, I was with were like very much like choosing me. Like I had like the balls to approach girls, but like I still didn't have like the ability to say no. I wasn't vetting them. So I'd approach girls and like approach like 10 girls or whatever. And then like I'd end up closing on 2 or 3 of them, but they were kind of choosing me after I'd made that approach, you know, giving me like the signals or something, or like getting close to me. So now I'm like picking the girls, and like the second I see a red flag, it's like, you're out of here. So that has nothing to do with really being busted trash, but like I think the girls I date now are just a much higher quality. Yeah, dude. So like another thing, this is actually my argument against Alex Playing with Fire from 2013. I believe it was in 2013. It could have been later. I don't know when he started. I started coaching in 2015, but I was on the message boards for years before then. So dudes, like I always said to, because he's always saying things like, yo, like,
Estoy bien.
Bien?
Sí.
Okay, so he was always saying, ¿entiende todo o no?
No.
¿No entiendes? No. Necesitamos, we need Wilbur. Wilbur, ¿dónde está? Necesito un pregunta en español. We need a Spanish question. Wilbur, where are you? So Yeah, guys. It's cool that I speak multiple languages. Yes. So in 2013 or so, I was on the message boards saying on Alex's videos, like, you motherfuckers are wasting your, because he'd say things like, yo, everybody takes a shit. So just like when you're taking a shit, just swipe. Or maybe he wouldn't say that, but it would be intimated and it would be explicit in his comments. Like, I can't believe it. I'm getting laid while I'm like making my date plans while I'm taking a shit. Like I'm getting laid while I'm closing while I'm taking a shit kind of deal. And it's like, dudes, like I'm learning Spanish while I'm taking a shit. Like I learned Mandarin shitting. And how? Because I shit every day. And when I shit, I study the language. So like that fucking 5 minutes, which again, it rolls over because I like shit for 5 minutes and then I fucking go sit down and like finish the lesson I'm in. Like that's how I learned. And yes, then I went and I moved to Chile with no fucking Spanish, learning it from Duolingo. And then I moved to China with only the Chinese. And people are like, dude, Duolingo. Like, ella hablas esto. Like, you say that all the time. You always say, like, Duolingo. Duolingo. Por lenguas. Porque yo hablo español porque Duolingo.
No, por mí.
Sí. Pero yo practico Duolingo por ti.
Sí.
Yeah, like, guys, like, it's so simple. The way to learn, and I'm not good at languages. I failed out of school for language. Like I was studying English and literature, and then I went to graduate school where it was necessary. This is a crazy story. It's necessary if you study philosophy in the United States academic system at an Ivy League or even at a near Ivy League level. It is absolutely necessary to study. If you're studying philosophy, that you'll be required to pass a second language. Typically, that language is French. It's recommended that it's French. Now, it depends on what philosophy you're studying, and many people study Latin, and that's probably a pretty awesome philosophy or language to have studied. And I've met some people who studied Greek, and I met some people who studied, ancient other languages. Cool, but I fucking studied Spanish and failed, and I only got through the grad school. I only got into graduate school despite never ever passing Spanish, because I wrote a letter saying that because my last name was Fernandez, I grew up taking Spanish class and feeling, because I'm white-tino and I grew up in a Trumplandia racist fucking town, like politics aside, but like that's how it is. It's like very much like flag waving, like, this is our team, like foreigners stay the fuck out. And that's like what I've made fun of for my last name being Fernandez, like my whole life. And I wrote a letter to my university saying, actually, the dean of the Spanish, whatever colleges or whatever, the dean of the language colleges, who is a Spanish instructor. I wrote her this letter and I said, please, can I appeal to you that I should still be allowed in the program, despite the fact that it's no second language, because I have a trauma that's disallowed me from engaging with these texts, with this course, with this work. And I really did. I really fucking did. And we can go into that. And like, for instance, the first time I ever had a date, I was in like 8th grade. It was a fake date. I was just like at a girl's house, and her dad came home at first, and we were having dinner. And like, of course, like we were in the basement, like making out right before then, finger fucking shit. And then, so we're having dinner, and the dad turns, and the mother, she looks at me and she says, like, say something to her husband. She's like, Ryan is like, an honor student or something. And then he's like, oh, is that true? And he's like, what's your last name? And I was like, Fernandez. And he nearly spit his food out laughing, like a deep chuckle. Like, oh, he like put his hand on my shoulder. He's like, I like you. I really like him. And then like he continued eating, and he's like, no, really. So what's your last name? He really actually thought I was making a joke, like a racist joke. I didn't get it. It was like right over my head. I was just like, Fernandez. And then like everybody was like, oh shit. And, like, this was me growing up, and I know it sounds absurd, and I know like a lot of people might not really relate to that, or probably they do, but they wouldn't see like the bald white guy actually relating to that. But yeah, so that happened to me. And then it wasn't until I was like 25 fucking years old that I started to study, or I guess 24 years old or 23 maybe, that I started to study Spanish. So now I learned some Spanish before that, because I've always been like slick with it, and I've worked in kitchens and stuff like that, where like you have to be able to say some things. But like I really picked up on it like via Duolingo. So yeah, the whole combination between like learning guys having trouble like learning anything, it's like you don't do it every day. you know? Floss your fucking teeth every day. Learn your language every day. Dude, so bad. They're terrible debaters. They're absolutely terrible. Yo, like John, when we were together, see, because like I never told him that I could speak any other languages. And when we were together, he was like, watch this. And he's like, oye, mamacita. And he's like, me. This is his line. It's in his fucking infields. He says, el terror mal hombre. Él hablan muchos tiempos. Él hablan por like no sé por las mujeres. Él hablan. He says like mi pene está en tu casa or something. I forget exactly what he says, but someone has to find that or like hit it up in the comments. He has a line where he says like mi pene es muy grande porque soy gringo. Like I'm a gringo and my penis is big, and so like it's gonna be in your house or something. Like I don't remember exactly, but he said this shit and like nearly got slapped. But like me and another guy who both speak Spanish were like, oh, like lo siento, mama, like no, because she was like old. And it's like señorita, and she's like, no, señorita, señor. Like John just cannot speak other languages. I don't know who gave anyone that idea. Like, when did he convince anybody? He's telling people like, oh yeah, I learned it. And when I met John via the internet, right before we met in person, he was like, dude, like we're going to South America. How's your Spanish? And I was like, dude, like it's like half decent. And he's like, oh, I'm fucking fluent. I'm like, well, I should probably brush up on it then. And he's like, no, do this course. You'll learn it overnight. I learned it in 2 weeks. Like this course is a guarantee. So John's the type of guy who like he's a pathological, like in my opinion, of course, liar. And so like he's the type of guy to like actually, and his ego mania is just like beyond recognition, you know? And so like I think he actually believes he's fluent in these languages. And it's like, does he not understand that other people are fluent or more fluent than he is? Because I'm not in any way fluent, but you know, I'm conversational, like to a very small degree, really. And like this dude can't say words. Like he doesn't understand conjugation. Like he doesn't know tense. Like it's pathetic. Anyone can see that shit. Dude, Doug, you love ripping on people for how they look. I agree. Mouth breathers are tough, but you didn't have to say, oh, you said mouth breathing look on his face. Okay. Yeah, it was just the mouth breathing look on his face. Okay, cool. Yeah, you didn't say like of his face. Like that's not just permanent. Yeah, I agree. Amor, ¿te gusta como sí que yo soy un mouth breather? Un mouth breather es un hombre, un persona. No breathe from here.
No entiendo.
No.
No sé.
Yo, she's so nice. Yo, like, you're so nice.
Amor, ¿es una persona qué?
Mouth breather.
¿Qué es eso?
Like, no necesito esto. No necesito esto. Me? Am I like that? No. When I sleep. Cuando dormí.
Sí.
Yo, I gotta hit Derek more plays more dates up for like something to stop me from snoring. Like I can't believe I like ever get invited to a second night with like the snoring that I do. It's just like so absurd. I don't know anything about that, but people have been kind of pointing me towards that too. Maybe I should check that out. But cool. Let's keep going. We're going to stream for like 5 or 10 more minutes. You should change your channel name. There already is one on Black Dude that goes by Nature Boy, who's a mental case cult leader. Dude, perfect. I thought about that, but we'll see. I have a feeling, Doug, that this channel won't be around for very long. Yeah, I have a good feeling that this channel is not going to be around for very long. So. No, I wasn't. If you go back, I was describing that that's what I've done in the past. In this relationship, like I said before, yeah, I mean we've had to have some discussions for sure, but because yeah, I mean it's hard for me to give up that Playboy thing, you know what I mean, and that's really hard for me. But I've been working on loyalty. I think loyalty is what I need. It's my blind spot, right? For sure. I'm like, loyal to myself and to my ideals but clearly my ideals have been kind of cast astray here if I'm just, seeking love and finding it in all the wrong places. So I agree, dude. I think you're right. If I said anything, I didn't mean to say anything to like behind her back or to her, but I agree. Yeah, it is messed up. We shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. Yeah, I want to check that out. I want to see exactly what I was saying. I didn't mean to make it seem like I was like going out and like fucking around. I'm not into that. But yeah, I mean, relationships are all different too. So like, like you guys don't know like how long we've been together, where we came from, like how that all started. I guess I've talked about it before on the stream, but and on the how we met video. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of a private conversation. I'm happy to have it with you guys, but yeah, I definitely didn't mean to talk shit behind her back. That's not right. So I appreciate that you said that. Let's know when you said that at 4:42, because I want to go back. Oh, dude. Yeah, I mean, dude, my channel's not going to continuously expose him. It's just going to expose him a ton until like I'm done exposing him. Like until I have all my information out there. I don't give a shit to like what effect it takes on his business. I care much more about people having the opportunity to see what's really real, and that's it. And yeah, man, I agree. Like my channel name is bullshit. Like the Nature Boy Nurture Show is an idea that I have that I think is brilliant. See, because my nickname's been Nature Boy because of Ric Flair, because and by the way, like my exploits like are things that like she's well aware of. Like I think there's certain nature to women like feeling confident around a guy who can speak about things that he's done in the past without, the fear of regret. Because I there's certain things that I definitely regret, that I have many regrets, things I should just not have done that I will speak on, but I won't regret speaking on them is what I'm trying to say. And that comes out of like the intent for discussing it and like my awareness of the mistakes that I've made. And I'm sure I have places to learn from and grow. But yeah, dude, I don't have any intention to really change my channel name now. It's probably going to be taken down by God knows who eventually, but because I don't really play this game. So I've been Nature Boy. Yeah, like I used to like for like a year I was really into threesomes, and like I used to like pull groups into a room when I was living in like a pretty cool place with some of my friends, and I don't want to give out too much information, but because this is out of my personal life, but my personal friends who I'd pull these girls into the room, and then they would like blast like the compilation of Ric Flair where like it's like when I kick 5 girls out of my bed, I go woo 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 woo, and like that kind of shit. And I don't know, like we were just having fun. We were just kids. Like it wasn't really as malicious, I think. I mean, I wasn't out to hurt anybody. It was just for like fun and games. And I think yeah, there's some unhealthy, toxic shit going on there for sure. But it's not as bad as it looks, I think. Always consensual. The girls were always laughing and having a good time. Yeah, dude, exactly. He doesn't offer any value. Like what value does he offer? Yeah, thanks, dude. I appreciate that, man. I love it when guys want to critique shit, but I also love it when guys compliment me and my woman, that's for sure. I mean, I love this girl. She's a special girl. She's yeah, we have a very special relationship. I'm very glad that I stopped her that day after checking out her ass for like the whole stairwell. After eating her farts out of her ass. ¿Recuerdas cuando nos conocimos?
Recuerdo.
Yo como sus nalgas en la escalada. En mi mente. En su mente. También. You're like, what?
No.
Yes, he did.
No.
You're like, don't look at my ass. And I was walking up the stairs like. Thanks, Simon Cutter. You're the man. Why? She probably won't say anything. Baby, like, él tiene una pregunta por ti. La pregunta es, Here, I'll show a picture. I'll show a picture of John here that he sent me. So when John was getting sober, he sent me all this info of him getting sober. Like he was like keeping me up to date. Kind of felt like I was like coaching him through it, more or less. But yeah, there's some like I'm kind of bouncing around the computer right now looking for something I can show you guys. Yeah, he's just such a loser, dude. Like hair transplant vid coming soon. I love that picture. Like that's his fucking screenshot. Okay. Yeah, like John sent me this when he was going through sobriety shit. When he's getting sober. And like this picture here on the left, which this is public stuff. Like this is all from his YouTube channel as well. And he puts this as like promotional material, which like, I guess maybe he should. See, like, that's the thing is like, I wish John would just like put out promotional material and say like, this is, I'm going to share the screen and say like, this was how much I changed my life. Like, and then he could help people change their fucking lives. I mean, guys, like, look at this. This right here is John when he was finishing the tour. This is how he looked on the tour. And then this was him, like, you know, just after getting into his sobriety and whatnot. Like, dudes, like, don't do this to yourselves. Like, don't let this happen to you. And John, like, good job, bro. Like, seriously, dude, like, good job, dude. Like, what a fucking change in your life. This is what you should be coaching, motherfucker. You should be helping dudes to get away from alcohol and, you know, like, that's it. And like focus on, I don't know what, because you need to continually focus on that shit, dude. So the hair transplant vid coming soon. I love this shit. Look at this. Ellos necesitan is él aquí.
Mhm.
What do you think? Like on a scale of 1 to 10. Uno, how do I say to 10? 10. What do you say? Like, ocho?
1 al 10.
Ocho?
Él.
Sí. Don't look at those. Just es aquí. Ocho?
Sí, 7, 8.
7 or 8? Yeah, good. Yeah, 7 or 8. See, I might have helped him a little bit there. You guys have to understand. She said John's a 7 or 8. I said he's probably an 8. You guys have to understand, like, she's not gonna. That's just not the nature of this type of person that I'm sitting next to. She's not gonna like make someone fucking feel bad. Like, she's just really not. Cool. Let's see how many more we got. No, I'm not. I'm in America. I'm in Linden, New Jersey, bro. It's like another country. I'm in Linden, New Jersey. I met her in New York City. And I was just super turned on by her body and saw her walk past me and was just like, actually, she held a door for me and held a door as she was walking in front of me. And I was just like, dude, when I get up these stairs, like, I'm going to stop her. And of course, like, I was like breathing up her butt the whole time and checking her out, and she caught me, but it still worked because I'm the man. I love to travel. I do spend a lot of time in other countries. If you think some dude would just get openly accepted to spit game to chicks looking like Quasimodo, just laugh out loud. Kind of tough to understand that, but I like the Quasimodo line. I think that's funny. Is that how you spell Quasimodo, bro? You sounded it out or what? Oh, dude, you spelled it perfect. Did you look that up? Quasimodo. Oh my God. Seeing as John has roasted attacked 90% of the guys in the manosphere, etc., I'm sure many will be happy to support you in spreading the truth and taking John down. Yeah, again, this isn't about taking John down. It's just about yeah, I bet these guys are definitely happy to. I know they are. These guys are reaching out to me. A lot of them saying like, dude, like, keep going, like, give us more intel. But that's not what this is. Like, this is me finally stepping out to share my story in a way that I didn't before, because now it's what I feel like I should do. I feel like it's my purpose. I truly feel like this is my purpose. The next question I appreciate too. does my girlfriend know that I have other girlfriends? I mean, right now she knows I don't. And so, if I have other girlfriends, fuck yeah, she's going to know. And yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to work out for this relationship. So, we'll see where that takes us. We're kind of new, but yeah, no. Right now I do not have other girlfriends. Now, like, granted, like there's definitely people I'm speaking with that like I keep in touch with that I like, but no, dude, never like taking it to that level. And I think like, so long as I'm not like considering like, really stepping into that role with her where like I'm living here or something, then, like having like a phone call, like, that kind of thing, like no touching type of relationship to somebody else is to me completely fine. Like she has guys that are friends, and are they after her? Like, of course they fucking are. So, but it is what it is. Is she with other guys? No, she's not. Am I with other girls? No, I'm not. Not right now. Will that change? It definitely could. The Nature Boy Ric Flair, woo. Yeah, exactly. Woo. That reminded me of Wario. What does that mean? Take a ride on Space Mountain? Oldest ride, longest line? What is that here in Linden? Yeah, what about her? I mean, she's been in Asia for fucking 3 years. So, like, what do you expect? I don't really understand you guys. Like, sometimes you ask questions that are just like so obvious. It's like, dude, like, this person's been living in China for 3 years. So, prior to COVID, I didn't expect that we'd ever separate, but now it is very much obvious that we're not together. But yes, we still talk. Yeah, does he say, I don't know. I think he admitted it. I mean, he's admitted to me in text that he's on steroids straight up, but I think he's been on several different things. So, guys, we're reaching the end here. Glad I looked up how to spell Quasimodo at least. I felt like I've learned something today. I'm just kidding. I feel like maybe I need to take a second look at this whole Social Blade thing just to ensure that we got to keep a closer count on that. We can't just celebrate what we were celebrating before because maybe it goes up in batches and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't think so. I think he's just buying shit, but yeah, I mean, it's all fake, guys. It's fucking fake. When are you going to collaborate with Kevin? Dude, I mean, we've been talking about it. This is actually kind of funny. Like he said to me, he was like, yo, can we like, do you want to like talk? And I was like, dude, let's definitely talk. Yeah, so I told him, I was like, bro, like, I don't really want to spend any time, like, just like talking, like, yo, so many coaches are hitting me up, like, yo, like, can we talk on the phone? Like, can you give me advice and shit? And I'm just like, no, like, I don't want to tell you guys, like, fuck that. Like, I don't need to get on the phone with you guys. Like, who the fuck are you? And so now Kevin, I know. So when Kevin hit me up, I was like, dude, like, let's definitely get on the phone. Like, I'd love to ask you for some advice. And I actually had suggested, I was like, dude, Kevin, let's just put this phone call directly online. Like, let's not even prep ourselves whatsoever. And then like, let's just come on and like do that because like, there's nothing I have to hide. And he was like, well, yeah, there's nothing I have to hide too, but let's not do that because that's kind of crazy. And he's right. Like he has a lot more, he's in a better position to like dictate that. And I appreciate that. So when will we collab? Soon. To what effect? I'm not sure. We're not going to collab to take down John. Maybe he'll interview me or something, or maybe like we'll have some answers to those types of questions. But like, dude, there's no reason. I mean, like someone else was writing me saying like, dude, like Kevin's going to take John down. It's like, but bros, like Kevin never lived with John. Like Kevin never, I don't think he's met John. Like I know that he's met I know he's close with some people who are vouching for John. So that's a valid space to like explore. And I definitely want to do that with Kevin, but I'd rather just go to those individuals and explore with them. And they're public figures on YouTube as well. So, I mean, I don't really see why everyone's so excited. I mean, I guess because Kevin is just an awesome dude. And I guess because he's, willing to stand up for himself. And that's pretty sick. So or stand up for other people, it seems. So that's really sick. Cool. We're gonna go for until this stream reaches 1 hour, so 4 minutes. In the 4 minutes, right? You understood?
Ujú.
You did?
Yo entiendo.
See, that's another thing. When you speak a foreign language, you can pretend like you don't understand what's going on, and then afterwards, she can get really fucking angry at me at all your guys' fucking questions. But in reality, like, you know, you can just ask whatever, and I'm happy to debate the shit with her because, I mean, she's reading the screen with me. So, Ric Flair. Holy shit. Yeah, you're right. Dude, I got to go back to your other comment. Oh my God, dude. Oldest pride, longest line. Dude, that's so fucking funny, dude. Yo, that's literally, yo, man, like, oh, dude, that's going to be me, dude. Oh man. I'm trying to like get a step away from this because like I don't really like I'm not like into partying. Like I don't party, you know. I stay away from that shit. But like I'm such like a freak, you know, and like I love to like you can't shame sexuality at a certain point, and it's just like to a certain degree, right? And so like you know, like threesomes, like having fun in a more like, you know, pickup style vibe, like I mean that's just part of my nature, you know, nature boy. And Nurture Show is my attempts to nurture you guys through my own self-actualization, my own realizing that nature boy needs to fucking tone it the fuck down. So where am I at? I'm somewhere like towing that line, and I think that gives me a very somewhat of a not a very but somewhat of a privileged perspective to share with you guys, you know, how to get yourselves there and, you know, miss a lot of those, you know, less beneficial moments or some of the traumas that you're going to interact with. So cool. What do I think of Andrew Tate? Dude, I don't know. Again, like I want to meet the guy, talk to him before I have anything else to say about him. I don't watch his material. I don't pay attention to that because it's just so not on my radar. I think, you know, like it's sad. People like, do you guys know who Terrence McKenna is? Like this dude was talking about like the Matrix and all this shit in like way better detail than, I mean, esoterica, sure, but way better detail than anything that fucking Andrew Tate's talking about. And, you know, Andrew Tate requires you to give him money, whereas Terrence McKenna tells you to go eat fucking magic mushrooms. So I think that this is a conversation. And by the way, Terrence McKenna didn't invent this fucking conversation either. So it's crazy that people are like coming to me and saying things in my, like standing up for somebody under the pretense that they're teaching something new. Now, like if he is creating some form of online or like alternative university or like, you know, Skillshare style classroom and it's working for people to learn there, like, fuck yeah, dude. Like I'm all about that. If he's using like his wealth and, you know, like his sort of like suave or whatever to promote that, then whatever, dude. I have no, it's 2023, baby. Like it's America. It's 2023. Like what the fuck? So I know it's 2022. I always say that though, because I think it's funnier. But just before I get everyone in the chat, like, dude doesn't even know. So yeah, I think Andrew Tate has a lot of potential to help people with his ability to like really command an audience. But I also think his ability to command an audience is like implying some toxicity there. And I think it's dangerous. It's very dangerous, I think. And I would recommend, and my recommendation, and this is where I stand now, and it's where what I've been saying to everyone who's asked, is stay away, beware, in all caps. Stay away. I don't understand why someone is misogynistic with that type of messaging. Look in the messaging. What is the messaging? Always look, what is the messaging? All right, last one. People are stupid. People love a cartoon character like Julian Blanc, who's pretty much a fraud. Yeah, was he a fraud? Is he a fraud? I actually don't know. I've never met Julian, and I would venture to say that in many ways, because like look at his like trajectory, right? Like he became a dating coach, world's most hated or whatever. Again, like this is like was a little bit on my radar at the time because it was like pretty huge, I guess. But like, you know, like I mean, he was banned from a country, I think. Like that was pretty much, but I didn't know what he was doing. I didn't understand. I just heard he like said like dog or I don't know. I was in the scene. I was coaching. I wasn't paying attention to YouTube. I thought YouTube was grifters, and I was wrong. YouTube's not just grifters. There's a lot of people here sharing skills, teaching people, coaching people to like do the things that they are, the service and the things that they're selling. Right now, was Julian Blanc? See, this is the other thing about him. I think it's Blanc. Anyway, the thing about Julian is, and again, like I don't know this much, but what I do know is he does like some transformation stuff, mastering transformation. Well, like, what's wrong with that? Like, that's exactly what I think he should coach. I don't think he should coach how to pick up girls. I think he should coach how to fucking transform yourself from one thing to the next. Now, like, is there a little bit of like, well, dude, are you just like pulling rug out from under us? Maybe, I don't know. Go take his course. And maybe you have some opinion that like maybe you are experienced in this. But anyway, that's what I was saying about JMULV. It's like, John, dude, like you could change a lot of people's lives if you just said like, yo, motherfuckers, alcohol ruined me. Like my lies ruined me. Like pickup ruined me. And then just like welcome in a new world for himself. Like, guys, like imagine that. Imagine if tomorrow JMULV was like, I'm changing the name. I'm changing my YouTube channel to my real name. And I'm changing my messaging to I needed help this whole time. And now I'm going to get it. And now watch my journey. And now 6 months later, look at where I am. And now a year later, let me help you follow in my footsteps. Like, John, it's right there, dude. There's a lot more money in helping people this way than in just selling your fucking shit program that you never updated. So anyway, that's it, guys. I appreciate your guys' questions. Even the ones sticking a wedge between me and my girlfriend, I appreciate those. That's why she's here. That's why I'm here with her. Like being a dating coach and having this type of conversation, it's necessary that I step out into this world, And yeah, if anyone wants to like attack her, come fucking see me. Like I'm gonna have a problem with that. But when all said and done, like please, like stick wedges between us. Try to find gaps. Yeah, and that goes back to neural pathways, neural plasticity. Like, in the way that you use your mind, I mean, it really will use you. The things like you really are what you consume. So, I think his neural pathways are just so fucked. He was asked like to name like a sign, like what is science? And he was like, science is when you get like epistemology and then like it convinces people that it's like, you've shown that it works because like you could prove it. It's like, dude, no, science is a experiment-based fucking method, like for determining evidence, finding empiricism in something. And, the same with what are laws of physics? It's like, bro, like you couldn't just say thermodynamics. You couldn't say like the things about like motion. Like what the fuck, dude? Like insane to me. Like it's insane to me that someone who purports to be missile defense for our country, is such a fucking buffoon. So yeah, that shit's shameful and toxic. And it seems like the pathology there is telling that he won't change. But imagine if he changes, what that would do for the world, because he'd be helping people, so many people. So change for us, John. That's what we want. It's also fun to watch a kind of stop by an accident and crook your neck, as sad as that is. So, all right, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to step in tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll actually be working in New York in my job, my other job, my work job, which I'm also very proud of. Thank you guys who know about this and reached out and said like, dude, don't risk that. But I am. And yeah, I guess that's it. Let's see what else did you say there? Dude, did he say that? That's ridiculous. Anyway, tomorrow I'll probably stream and go over some things with John. Maybe I'll either go over some infield that I have. I'm going to poke around in that folder tonight and find like what it is that I'll do tomorrow. But we'll stream for a couple hours, probably in the morning, maybe at like 10 to 12. And then after that, I'm going to go to work, and then I'll catch up with you guys on Thursday. And on Thursday, we'll do like another, I'll either produce a video or put out some more telling shit. And guys, we're like coming to a close on this. Like I still have like hours left to go, but if we bang out like another like 5-hour stream, I don't think we'll be too far off from, I mean, not going through everything, but going through like the most important parts. And then I can kind of like, go back through stuff again. So this feels like a business fucking call, but yeah, I'll get some more dating advice at another time. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Like, support the channel. Everybody fucking follow me and like this shit. Like, really, I could care less about that. I care so much more about clip shit that you find to be revealing and posted elsewhere so that people can see the truth about this motherfucker. Doesn't have to be shit that makes me seen in any light. I don't give a fuck. If anyone has problems with me, just come see me. And I don't mean like, come fucking see me. I mean like, just come into my DMs. Cool. All right, guys. Love you guys. Peace.